I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly daily all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Inhumans vs. X-Men issue number 5, the penultimate issue in this ongoing event. How will major revelations on both sides of the war affect its outcome? Well, let's hop on in together and find out, shall we? Okay then, so as the comic opens, we visit the fake world that Fantomex and Jean Grey constructed, all in an attempt to keep Karnak off the battlefield. Unfortunately for these two, now that Karnak has seen the cracks in this world, he's able to utilize them to help defeat both Jean Grey and Fantomex. He also manages to find Lockjaw as well too, They were just keeping them together, That seems like a really poor idea. It's not like Karnak can escape or anything though, the big dog has been drugged. Also, I'm wondering how much peanut butter they had to hide the knockout drugs in so Lockjaw would take it. Now, to keep with the 50-50 booking that this series has been doing so far, Karnak may have won the Battle of Brains, but up next it's the Battle of Brawn, Colossus versus Gorgon. They both pretty much unanimously agree, hey, you're a big guy who likes fighting, I'm a big guy who likes fighting, let's you and I totally go shot for shot and see who's left standing. Colossus ends up totally winning the fight, by the way, but that doesn't stop Medusa and the rest of the Inhumans from getting into the inner sanctum of the X-Mansion in Limbo. They manage to find where Black Bolt is being held, and surprise, surprise, he's being guarded over by none other than Alex Summers, aka Havoc, the brother of Cyclops. Wow, so I didn't read Death of X, which means this is literally the first time I've seen Havoc since, geez, the end of Axis, when he went evil and tried to kidnap Janet the Wasp. Poor Alex has seen better days right now. He's upset over the passing of his brother, and he's also all fucked up in the face. Wait, so does this mean like Havoc was here the whole time, just living in the X-Men's basement? If so, I think that's kind of hilarious. Now, at first you think him and Medusa are gonna have a big knockdown, drag-out fight over the death of Cyclops, only here's the thing, Alex isn't an idiot. He doesn't really know what to believe, but he feels pretty damn sure that none of this fighting has ever been about the Terrigen Mist, and that it's always been about Emma and her Scott hang-up. It's because of all that Havoc actually lets Medusa and everyone else leave with Black Bolt. Granted, he ain't doing so hot recently. Emma did something to his voice box, which means he can't activate his powers. Now, back over in New Jersey, we check on in with the coalition of young mutants as well as Cyclops. Now that they finally know what's going on and what the threat of the Terrigen Cloud is, surprisingly, they've all decided to wake Forge up and help him with his device that he was going to use to destroy the cloud. In fact, Moon Girl, being a genius in her own right, manages to perfect Forge's design and build the perfect Terrigen Cloud destroyer. They know that by doing this, Medusa isn't exactly going to be happy with them, but at the same time, they just don't want to sit by and watch all their friends in the X-Men die. In fact, this moment right here leads to probably some of the best exchanges in the entire comic. Ms.Marvel once again is angry that the older generation of superheroes treats the younger generation like such children, withholding important information from them. And even Cyclops and Grid get to have a one-on-one. Cyclops apologizes for how the older X-Men are acting, attacking their city without provocation and taking a bunch of their citizens hostage. That's not what he's about, and it's certainly not what Xavier was about. And so the team with their completed weapon decide to go to Iceland, where they'll activate their device and be able to take care of the Terrigen Cloud once and for all. Only then the dumbest thing happened. Storm and the rest of the X-Men show up only to attack them anyway. Even though young Cyclops is totally with them and fights on their side during the battle, the X-Men attack them for no reason, even though they were just about to do the thing they wanted to do. Seriously, this conflict would have been over in 10 seconds if they only talked to one another. It's right here too as the comic begins to wind down, a frustrated Magneto realizes, oh yeah, that's right, I'm a supervillain, aren't I? I totally don't have to play by the hero's rules, so he decides to drop the X-Jet on top of everyone. His team, the Young Inhumans, it doesn't really matter, he just wants this all to be over. Inhumans vs. X-Men number 5 was an issue that I actually started out enjoying quite a bit, mainly because characters talked to each other, found common ground, and were all in agreement that, yeah, you know what? The Cloud is bad, but Emma is bad too, and maybe we should all handle our own shit if we want to live peacefully. In fact, for a second there, it looked like everything was going to be settled and finished, but no, we got one more issue left, we gotta have one big fight, and so we gotta artificially prolong the story for at least one more. And I'd be fine with that. In fact, that sort of storytelling is kind of par for the course in these big versus stories, but they do it in such such a bad way wherein the overly aggressive X-Men just attack without ever asking questions. Overall, though, I guess I'd give this one a 6 out of 10, and I hope this one can at least end strong, if nothing else.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.